Hello, my name is Nicholas Barba, and the topic I chose for my research is cannabidiol, also commonly known as CBD. So, what exactly is CBD? CBD is a chemical compound from the cannabis sativa plant. In my research, I have found that the use of CBD can show the tremendous beneficial components it has for people suffering with chronic pain and anxiety without initiating a psychoactive response. So before we get started, I'd like to say how the use of CBD has helped taken off the edge of situations like this as I'm publicly speaking in front of others. So in my research, I've gathered a total of 6 sources, with the first 5 being academic journals and articles, and the last source being an interview. So my first source, CBD, it's about getting healthy, not high. So in this source, they compared the components found in the cannabis plant, which are THC and CBD. THC is what gives you that high feeling, where CBD doesn't, and it still gives you those therapeutic benefits. So CBD has had an explosive increase in popularity, and it has caught healthcare specialists and many off guard. And their main concern was its safety issues. And when they looked into products, they found that CBD hasn't been showing any intoxicating chemicals. So, my next source, what should physicians say to their patients? Well, CBD is only FDA approved for the use of associated seizures with conditions such as Lennox-Gastaut syndrome and Dravet syndrome. I have no doubt in my mind that CBD will be FDA approved for other symptoms such as chronic pain, anxiety, and nausea within the next um, coming soon, because CBD is an emerging medicine and there's been extensive research on the product. So the next article stated that people that are interested in investing their time in CBD should do their own personal research. And in order to get an appropriate product, they must get it from a reputable source. And this article went over how advocating patient safety is a top priority as a nurse, and many registered nurses and healthcare workers are coming across patients that are interested in taking CBD, and that uh, they must educate these patients on the benefits and potential side effects. And registered nurses actually have no jurisdiction in prescribing CBD, but educating them on the safety is a great start to um, their interest. So here, um, personal experience, I had an interview with Christopher Carls. He told me that he uses CBD regularly to manage stress and relieve any physical pain he has, such as in his joints or muscles. And here I'll talk about what sources I found beneficial to my research topic. So the first article, Introduction to CBD, this was a great article, and how um, it just gave the foundation of what CBD is, general information to the public, and it helped get a basic understanding and how it compares to THC. This source gave more of an economical standpoint. Um, this was useful because it shows how there's just a dramatic increase in CBD products in the market. And this is in millions too. So you can just imagine how many products are being sold and the use. And it's just great showing the escalation. The source actually gave perspective from physicians, so giving more of a logos and pathos approach. This was great seeing how physicians, their take on CBD, and some found them useful, others didn't because they couldn't answer many of the questions patients had. And this was a quote I took from A Pharmacist's Guide to CBD Oil. And it states, if someone asks my opinion about CBD, I'll tell them it's not particularly useful. So this actually contraindicates how I find CBD to be useful. And I would say that this article was published in 2019, January 2019, so over a year ago. And I'd like to see their standpoint on it now because the articles that I've gathered in this year, in 2020, they all tend to lean on the beneficial components of CBD. And I'd like to see their perspective on it now after all this extensive research that's been done, because they may lean towards the how CBD is useful. And my next source is targeted healthcare workers, nurses in particular, educating them on safety and its uh, side effects. And actually, CBD doesn't show any um, crazy side effects that it's having. So uh, that's this was a good source in relying information that way. So personal interview, this was great because I'm not just reading from an article. I'm actually engaged in talking with someone. So if I had any questions, I could have asked him, how about this? Or how long have you been taking it? And this actually really helped me because he told me that there's a lot of potential benefits to taking CBD. So, with all that sources, why CBD? So, with personal experience, I have found that CBD actually shows a lot of potential benefits, especially during this pandemic. And with those that are suffering with any pain, anxiety, any mental disorders, taking CBD hasn't shown an addictive response as any pharmaceuticals would, such as taking any medications to help with anxiety or depression. And a good alternative would be CBD. Well, that concludes my presentation. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email down here. And this all wouldn't have been done without the help of my Rhetoric 206 class, Professor Nelson at the University of San Francisco. Thank you.